the revolutionary ankle lock system, an integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.
Matt Lenihan for Boxing Social, in association with Empire Fight Store and Our Kings. It is a bit loud in here, but we'll make it work. Dave Coldwell, always a pleasure to have you on. I know you're here with Dan Toward this week on the Michael Conlon, Jack Bateson undercard. First off, how are we? And looking forward to seeing Dan come back on a big stage as well.
Yeah, really good, thanks. Really good. Enjoying this period of life right now. Dan Toward's been such a joy to work with, you know, since I've had him. But the way that he's responded to his setback, we always say that, you know, when things come in your path that knock you off, derail you basically, you have two choices: sit and sulk about it and, you know, why me, and I give everything to this sport and why has it happened to me, or you pick the bones out of it, understand what you can improve on, maybe little mistakes that you made, or just lack of experience, use that as part of experience, put it all together and improve as a fighter, and that's what he's done.
In a way, does that, although you don't want to see it happen, does it help you know what kind of guy he is? And I mean that from a point of view of, I think all your fighters have always got quite a good mentality, but when you suffer a defeat so young, when you've not got the experience of maybe, you know, that you've had, it can be a bit of a shell shock. But the fact that how he's reacted, does that tell you more about him?
Oh, massively. Listen, he was absolutely devastated in the changing rooms. You know, absolutely devastated. This is his life. He gives everything to it. You know, he loves boxing. He's really, really passionate about it, and he just wants to do well. You know, he wants to become the best. And so when you suffer a defeat like that, then yeah, you get to look inside yourself, you know, and there's a lot of noise, whether you're successful in boxing or any sport, or whether you have the setbacks and it's a bad night, there's a lot of noise, and both types of noise can affect you in negative ways. Even the positives can affect you, because we'll see where people think it's going to be easy and this is how it is for the rest of your lives, and you know, you take your foot off the pedal, whereas when you get beat, then everybody all writes you off. And then you actually realise, oh, hang on a minute, who's actually here for me? Mm-hmm. And that can take a lot of adjustment, and it takes a strong character for either of the ways, of either of the noises, to not affect you. And Dan's done really well. You know, he understands what it's about. He understands how you've got to block that out, and you're doing it for yourself. And you have to reset and go again, and that's what he's done.
Look, a little pivot away from this. Don't know how much you've got in this, but I've got to get your opinion. Darren Till. Now, the Misfits side of boxing is extremely different. Let's be honest, it's chalk and cheese, a lot of the fights. But Darren Till, I think at that top, the topper end of the Misfits, he seems to be able to. He can actually fight. Genuinely, have a good go. I was on holiday at the time, but I saw him go confront Carl Froch. Carl has been out the ring 11 years, but Carl, who also saves quite a lot. So I know Darren's seen that and gone, look. I spoke to Carl yesterday, who says they will be making Carl an offer for that fight. How much interest have you got in it?
No,
it's massive.
Listen, it's different. Listen, I don't go. The only thing is that I've been to 2 Misfits shows, and I've really enjoyed both. But I don't enjoy it when you get these guys, influencers and YouTubers, trying to box because they're not good enough to box. If I want to see boxing, I'm going to come to a boxing show, a professional boxing show, be it small or be it your big promoters, because I'm watching proper boxers and they're trying to box and they can box. The Misfits world, I go to see your Joey Essex types of fights. That was incredible, absolutely nuts. But it's 2 guys just swinging away, not very good, plenty of bollocks, plenty of art, and giving it all they've got for just pure entertainment. That's what I want to see. Now, when you get something like a Darren Till and a Carl Froch has been out for 11 years, but he's in incredible shape. Still works out, still trains, he's rock solid. I spoke to him on Saturday when he was there. You know, he's in great shape. And he can fight, and he'll always be able to fight. You know, when you get these old guys, you see these little viral clips that go off where you see this old ex-boxer at 70-year-old chinning a 20-year-old, chinning a 20-year-old burglar or whatever, right? Because the guy can still fight, right? Cole's going to be one of them guys where no matter what age he gets to, he's going to still be able to fight. And Darren Till, obviously, he's more recently out of retirement, out of the UFC, out of his craft. It's a different game going up against a boxer, but he's been in a boxing gym for all his life. But he's been taking it seriously for the last couple of years, hasn't it? Right? It's not just popped up now. He's been taking it seriously quite a while before he kind of like announced it. So he can box, but he's been boxing against guys that can't box, and he's been boxing against guys that haven't got the same sort of level of experience. So it makes an intriguing fight because of the discrepancies of where one's at, where's the other's at, how long's he been out. There's the intrigue. So would I watch it? Yeah. Am I a fan of guys coming out of retirement for exhibitions and fights like that, where guys coming out of retirement to have real fights even that have been out for a long time? No, because you've almost become civilized and you're a civilian where you're not used to getting punched in the head. Getting punched in the head in your 40s and 50s is a little bit different to getting punched in the head in your 20s and 30s. It starts getting, the effects start taking more of a hold as you're getting older. And so that's the only reason why I'd be like, but if a fight was to be made, would I watch it? Hell yeah. Fucking hell, without a doubt.
Well, let me ask you mentioned exhibition there. Last time we spoke about Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, right? What we got from that was now Jake Paul versus 135 pounds Gervonta Davis. I saw Carl Froch say that they've basically been hustling Eddie Hearn, and Johnny Nelson said that fight won't happen. He says that's not going to happen. He thinks it's BS basically. Johnny Nelson said the fight between Joshua and Jake Paul, he said, won't happen. Says, and then now we see this. Froch saying they've hustled Eddie, hustled Joshua. What do you make of whatever's going to happen in November? Because what does it say about what's going on?
It's not a fight. Once you stick exhibition on it, it's not a fight. So therefore, it's open to be manipulated. Jake Paul to pay Gervonta Davis whatever amount of millions he's going to pay and say, but you can't throw this shot, but you can't knock me out, but because it's an exhibition. There's no winner and no.
Has it been tagged as an exhibition? It must have, surely.
That's what I heard it was. Yeah. An exhibition. If it's a fight, Tank Davis is knocking him out.
Even though he's.
Mate,
I'm asking. I know.
Gyms all the time. Just because someone is bigger, you can give away size, height, reach, weight. You can give away that when your ability level is there in comparison to the bigger guys. Yeah. When you can't give that is when that guy's good as well. And that's where then it's like too much. Yeah. But Jake Paul, IQ, boxing ability, quality of punches, his boxing ability is nowhere near Tank Davis's. So he's going to get chinned.
Madness in it though.
But he won't because it's an exhibition.
So yeah, I say that loosely because when you see the height difference, I'm not sure who sanctions that kind of thing. Because when you see.
It's not about height difference because you can value.
The weight, I suppose the weight.
Value of against David A. Yeah. Have you seen a size difference in that? The weight difference in that. Yeah. Just go back and watch the footage. But if Valiev had the boxing ability and at that size, giving away that size, if he had the boxing ability of a Tyson Fury, of a like, then David A wouldn't have beaten him because of the size dimensions and everything. If he had that speed, that athleticism, that boxing ability, but because his boxing ability and mobility was there, he can beat him on his boxing ability despite being a smaller man. Same sort of thing.
What a world we live in. Look, next week we have two unbelievable fights. And I do say that because we're going to have them both covered. I would have been good to not be at either. But I'm at Canelo Crawford. But over here, just quickly, we've got Donovan and Crocker. Unbelievable atmosphere the first time. The second time's going to be ridiculous. So make sure you tune into that as well. What do you think happens this time around? How do you see it?
I can't see anything other than a Donovan win. I just think that first fight showed the massive goal. I don't understand what Crocker was doing in the fight, just and swinging away so crudely. But at the same time, I thought Donovan was so good. His feet were so good. His angles were so great, and his punch picking was brilliant. And I think for there to be any sort of change in that fight, one's got to improve like 100%, like literally 100%. There wasn't one thing in that fight where you can look at and say, oh yeah, Crocker was a better man in that department. No, he wasn't. And Donovan's got to be absolutely full himself, where he thinks this is a walk in the park, takes him lightly, and Crocker cracks him. Crocker can punch, but who was the one that was getting hurt in the first fight?
Well, look, let's see. Other side to that, Canelo, Terence Crawford. I mean, I'm excited. You go to fight weeks. I'm not saying this feels like work because it's a privilege. Come to fight weeks. It's a bonus to cover a sport you love. But when there's an actual, oh my God, this is a fight. Like the weight difference aside, all that kind of stuff. Where do you sit now, being a week away? Like, where do you sit in your own head?
Well, I've always said I fancy Crawford because of the stage that Canelo's career's at. I fancy Crawford. But it's one of those, isn't it? When it comes closer to the fight, you start having a little bit of a wobble. And I'm looking at the size of Crawford, I'm thinking, does that weight... Because if you was to put, like, a weighted vest on, right, and you just walked about in your normal day, you would feel that. You'd feel it on you. When if you put a weighted vest on and you do a bit of shadow boxing, you feel it massively. Do a bag session, anything. Now, that extra weight, I know he's been preparing, he's been training, but I'm interested to know what he does to his speed. Speed of foot, engine, speed of foot, and speed of hands. But I still think Crawford is good enough to negate the bombs, because I think if Canelo was a combination puncher like he used to be, and sharp like he used to be, then I would think no.
More calculated.
But because he's more static, readable and predictable, then I think he gets it with a bomb, he's good enough and he's got quality enough to ride that wave out and then get back to his space and his distance and then get back to his jab, head clears, go back to work, then he gets it with him. I think Crawford wins.
Well, look, we're going to be there to cover it.
We're going to be over in Vegas. So.
Are you there as well?
Yeah, I'm there because it's my daughter's birthday.
Oh, yeah. That's worked out well, hasn't it?
No, it's a 21st birthday. So I've always said I would take her to Vegas when she's 21. But I thought, well, I might as well go there because it's her birthday on the 11th.
Yeah. Oh.
So it's like, it'd be stupid not to do it. So we're going to spend her birthday in Vegas.
Should be getting a residency there, won't she?
One day, you never know.
Dave, I really appreciate your time. Good luck, all the best tomorrow with Dan, and we'll catch up maybe in Vegas.
Nice one, hopefully.
The revolutionary ankle lock system, an integrated brace built into the boots, delivering unrivaled support, protecting ligaments from twists, tears, and trauma.